Joining us now is Jennifer, and we're going to be talking about her company, Bellini and Kors. Welcome to the show, Jennifer.
Thank you so much, Donna.
So you decided you wanted to be a travel correspondent. You wanted to just enjoy the travels, you wanted to celebrate them, come up with the greatest places on earth to be. How did you come up with the concept of Bellini and Kors?
Yeah, so Bellini and Kors actually came about a few years ago. It was first purely a fashion account, specialized in designer fashion. But I've always, ever since I was young, been really interested and passionate about storytelling and travel hosting. So a couple years ago, I had the opportunity to visit both Europe and Asia, and I decided and found a way to really integrate my passion for fashion and traveling. So hence Bellini and Kors. And today, I specialize in really segmenting and highlighting under the radar gems. And I'm very proud to announce that I just finished a segment on historic hidden gems.
You did?
I did.
Okay,
yes.
fabulous. So historic hidden gems. So when somebody is watching your YouTube channel, they're able to kind of learn a little bit about something they had no idea about.
Correct.
Okay, how are you doing that research? How are you discovering those hidden gems?
Yeah, so a lot of that is really self-research. I might for example, go on the travelchannel.com and take a look at some of the clips from other travel hosts, but a lot of it is due to my interest in history.
Okay.
So a couple of the places that I've recently highlighted were the Notary Hotel and also the Mansion.
Really?
And these are hidden historic gems in Long Island and also Philly. So I'm very excited to talk to you about that.
Wonderful. So I know about the Mansion. So tell us about the Mansion first.
Yes, so
Okay.
let's go on a self-guided tour, if you will, or a mental trip to the Mansion at Glen Cove. So we're about an hour away from New York City, and just a little bit about the Mansion at Glen Cove. It's considered one of the beacons of Glen Cove. Imagine that you are situated next to the Long Island Sound, and if you are a fan of the Great Gatsby, this is definitely a place to visit, definitely a place to stay. So a little bit about the history. It was built in 1910. It was the former residence of the Pratts, Mr. and Mrs. Pratt. Mrs. Pratt, Ruth Baker Pratt, was the first Congresswoman of New York. And if you're a history buff, Donna, you might also be interested in knowing that it was the summer White House for President Herbert Hoover. So already we have a lot of history there. One other thing that might also interest your audience is that later on, the Mansion, formerly known as the Manor, actually became the Harrison House. And it was one of the first premier hotel conference centers that showcased and hosted for many different meetings for major Fortune 500 companies. And the Mansion today is very known for carrying on the legacy of that corporate event, and it's also a very popular wedding destination. I know that firsthand because of the Great Gatsby experience I've had there. But what most people don't know, or still don't know about the Mansion, is that it has a huge event space. Imagine yourself being there with 25,000 square feet of event space with hotel rooms, approximately 186 guest room and suites.
You're right, a lot of people do not realize
Right.
that. The other charming thing about it is that it kept a lot of the architectural details,
Yes.
Which makes you feel like you are somewhere very regal and very special.
Absolutely.
You know, and also when you enter the property, it's got that long, winding, beautiful road, which is tree lined, and it's just a fabulous place to be.
Absolutely.
So the Mansion, you highly recommend it?
I absolutely recommend it. If you can imagine being dressed to the nines and being a part of that Great Gatsby legacy, once you're there, you really do see that it is a literary inspiration in how the Great Gatsby came to be. So imagine yourself as Jay Gatsby for one day. That is definitely the place to be.
And do they have any fun events coming up that the public could attend?
Absolutely. So one of the major events coming up, and I actually recently learned about this too, now that we're gearing into fall season and the holiday season. So last year, the Mansion actually hosted their own version, Gold Coast, of Rockefeller Center Christmas tree lighting. And so they'll be doing again this year, where they will have the mayor of Glen Cove come, the firemen, and also Santa. And it's a great way because the Mansion's very big on preserving the legacy of the Pratts, who are big philanthropists and big on education. So they will continue that endeavor to, be proud members of community giving.
And the arts. The
And the
Pratts
arts,
love the
absolutely,
arts.
absolutely.
Okay, and the other location that we wanted to feature today is the Notary Hotel. Now, I have
Yes.
not been to the Notary, so
Yes.
enlighten me on that.
Absolutely. So now let's go to Philly, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So Pennsylvania. And the Notary Hotel is part of the Autograph Collection of Hotels by Marriott Bonvoy. So what is the Autograph Collection of Hotels? So it is a portfolio of curated hotels with historic and cultural charm, and I love that about that. The motto of the hotel is where history meets modern, so right off the bat when you walk in those double doors, you will feel like you're part of the history in the making. So a little bit about the Notary Hotel. It is centrally located in Philly. You're very close in proximity to City Hall. You're within walking distances to iconic landmarks. So for example, Liberty Bell, Independence Hall, and also Reading Terminal Market. So I don't know about you, Donna, but I need a Philly cheesesteak every time I'm in Philly. So.
Indeed. And the Philly, when you talk about the market, right?
Yes.
It's a farmer's market where you can
Absolutely.
go in and you can have all these different types of cuisine.
Absolutely.
Right? And it's near the Notary Hotel.
Right, within walking distance.
And do they have
Yes.
fun events coming up?
Yes, they do. So if you are a sports fan, 2026 is a big year for Philly. They're one of the host cities for the FIFA World Cup and for the MLB All-Star Game. And get this, Donna, so next year we'll be celebrating the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence.
My goodness,
So that,
wow.
we call it the quincentennial celebration for historic events.
So
it'll
if
be a
they
big
want
one.
to stay at the Notary, they need to make the reservations
Absolutely,
today.
yes, exactly.
Great.
Yes,
Jennifer, thank you so much. Bellini and Kors.
yes, Bellini and
I
Kors.
really appreciate you being here. Thank you so
Thank you
much for
so
the
much.
insight. And I want to learn more about your hidden gems because you know I love to travel. If you're like me and you're looking for those hidden gems, you want to check out Jennifer's site, belliniandkors.com. And thank you for watching.